Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, here for an all-new 2019 NFL Power Rankings following the 2019 NFL Draft. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and update my 2019 NFL Power Rankings. We're going to go from number 1 to 32. We're going to do this pretty quickly because there's 32 teams to go through, and I ain't trying to be here all day. Number 1, we have the New England Patriots, who recently re-signed Jamie Collins. I know he did not play great for the Cleveland Browns, but Jamie Collins is going to come right back to the Patriots, find his role within their team again. I mean, Cal Van Noy was an absolute bust for the Detroit Lions. He couldn't play a lick. He entered the Patriots linebacking core, and now he's a decent linebacker. So that's a good addition for them, and they had plenty of draft picks, and I thought they could have done better with their draft. Honestly, I didn't think they drafted that well, but still, Bill Belichick will make the most out of his talent, so the Patriots have to be number 1, especially coming off of their Super Bowl victory. Number 2 will surprise a lot of you, but I'm standing by it strong. The LA Chargers. They are extremely talented. They're going to have a full healthy season, hopefully, of Joey Bosa. Melvin Ingram is entering his prime. Melvin Gordon is entering his prime. Austin Eckler, the backup running back, is going to begin to become more experienced and more explosive. Keenan Allen entering his prime. Phillip Rivers, yes, past his prime, but still very productive. Their defense continues to add weapons. Jerry Taylor was a hell of a draft pick in their draft. I love the Chargers draft. They got in a couple extra starters in this draft. The Chargers are ready to be a Super Bowl contender, and they were last season, actually. You know, unfortunately, they just had the Chiefs in their own division. So can they take that step forward? I don't know, but to me, they deserve this spot. They really do. To me, they are the second best team in football right now. We'll see what happens when they actually get onto the football field, though. These are the LA Chargers. Number 3, New Orleans Saints, and they deserve this spot to me. Not a very, shocking draft class, not a great draft class, but still a solid one for what they had, and they kept most of their pieces in-house, so I still like the New Orleans Saints right now. Number 4, LA Rams. I still like the LA Rams to me. Now I'm expecting a bit of a Super Bowl hangover. I'm not sure they're going to continue to sustain their high offense, their high-octane offense that they have for the past number of seasons under Sean McVay, but they'll still be a very good football team, and they're ranked at number 4 for that reason. Number 5, Philadelphia Eagles. Great roster right now, but the question is, can Carson Wentz stay healthy? That's the big question with him, but they traded for Jordan Howard, and I absolutely love that trade. My goodness, what a running back now in Philadelphia. Howard Roseman continues to swindle and do his thing. I love the pick of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside for the Philadelphia Eagles as well, continuing to add to the already talented wide receiver core in Philadelphia. They're looking like a Super Bowl contender again. We'll see, though, if Carson Wentz can stay healthy. That is the secret. That is the key. And right behind them, Dallas Cowboys. I think it's going to be the Eagles and Cowboys neck and neck. And right now, I'll pick the Cowboys to win the NFC East because I trust them to stay healthy, all right? I trust Dak Prescott to be there. I trust Ezekiel Elliott, assuming he doesn't end up being handcuffed again, another EDC concert, or whatever the hell he's doing, man. Can this guy stay out of trouble, please? I still trust him to play, okay? So I like the Cowboys a little more right now in terms of winning the NFC East, but in terms of power rankings, we're just going off of rosters right now. I like the Eagles a little bit better right now, so that's why they're ahead of the Dallas Cowboys, but I still love the Dallas Cowboys. They're number 6 to me. They're a Super Bowl contender this year to me. Number 7, Indianapolis Colts, continuing to add to their young, strong team right now. Andrew Luck is now becoming a veteran in this league. He's already a veteran, actually, not even becoming. He's like approaching 30, maybe even be 30 already. So he's going to lead them into the next, iteration here in T.Y. Hilton as well. And we already know about the offensive line that they had last year. It's only going to continue to improve, and that's a very scary thought. Number 8, Chicago Bears. The Bears should also be a Super Bowl contender. Can Mitchell Trubisky take that step forward? I have my doubts, not because of Trubisky, but because they didn't add much offensively. They traded away Jordan Howard, and I know they have some running backs in-house that they trust and that they like, but that loss is going to hurt, and they didn't add anything to the wide receiver core, or at least not anything notable. So I'm not sure if he's going to take that step forward this year statistically and productively. We'll see. But I really wanted the Bears to do more this offseason, and I just didn't see it. Number 9, Kansas City Chiefs, and they're going down. Tyreek Hill is in trouble. Is he going to play? I don't know. And we still love Patrick Mahomes, and that's great. But we love Aaron Rodgers, too, when he missed the playoffs last year, right? You need more than just the quarterback, and you have the LA Chargers in your own division who are looking great right now. The Raiders, although I still think they're not very good, you're going to see that in the power rankings, they're still going to be better than they were last year. And the Denver Broncos, you should be able to say the same thing. Should be able to. We'll see, though. So they got to move down to me. Still will contend, but Super Bowl contender next year? I don't know. The roster just looks weaker than it was last year. I'd be surprised if they really competed for the Super Bowl this upcoming year. And then number 10, Tennessee Titans. And I'm going to get hate for this. People will call me biased for this, but I have a sound argument for this. This team, the Tennessee Titans team, has been 9-7 for the past 3 seasons. Okay, so for the past 3 seasons, without a doubt, without an argument, you can't argue it. There's no doubt, there's no argument. They've been better than average in the NFL. 9-7, 3 straight years. That's a 27-21 record over the past 3 seasons. That's better than average. That puts you about 13 or 14. Okay, honestly, that's the absolute mathematical truth there. And they had another great draft, another solid free agency, continuing to add to the team. They're one of the most complete football teams in the league right now. The question right now is the quarterback position, and I will grant you that. But I think this is, without a doubt, a 10-win team. Plus, this year, I have them down for 11. And you people can hate on that, and that's fine. I have them down as a 10-win team, at least 11, or at least a 10-win team, and I'm saying 11, and I have them as a top 10 team. And I don't want to, and you guys can argue that, but I'm solid on that. I'm set on that, and I have plenty of arguments to back that up. Number 11, Green Bay Packers, and they should return to the playoffs as well. They added a bunch of talents in Darius Smith, Preston Smith. They had 2 draft picks in the first round, Rashawn Gary being one of them, so the defense has a lot of pieces added to it. Offensively, we'll have to figure out some things with Matt LaFleur taking over as offensive coordinator in Green Bay, but they should return to the playoffs, and they're at number 11. But the division will be tough to navigate, okay? And that's why you guys are behind the Chicago Bears for now. Speaking of the NFC North, number 12, we have the Minnesota Vikings. And the Vikings would get the short stake in this scenario because I've already given a wild card spot, in theory, to the Philadelphia Eagles and to the Green Bay Packers, right? So it's going to be tough for the NFC. It always is, but someone's going to get injured and the Vikings could sneak in. But right now, I think those are the teams in real playoff contention. Now, someone's going to sneak in. Someone's going to fall out. Maybe 2 teams will sneak in. Maybe 2 teams will fall out. But I feel very comfortable with those right now. Without a doubt, I think those are the top 17 in the NFC. We move back to the AFC for the Houston Texans. And, you know, Texans fans will say I'm hating on them, and that's fine. What did you guys do in free agency? What was your draft? You guys overdrafted this Titus Howard guy. You guys didn't really spend much money in free agency. Is Deshaun Watson finally going to be protected, or is he in line for another injury this upcoming season? That's what I'm saying. I think you guys will still contend, still be a winning team, at least a 9-7 team. But I just did not see the improvements. Now, hopefully, Will Fuller stays healthy, and that could be enough to put you guys over the top, win 11 games again. But right now, I have you guys at number 13, but I think that would still put you as a playoff team, if I'm correct. So you guys will still be a playoff team, a wild card team, but that's where I have you guys right now, right next to the Tennessee Titans, funny enough. And then we move on. No, you guys would actually be on the outside looking in, sorry, because I have the Chiefs making a wild card right now. But again, we're early out. This is May, so we'll see about that. Number 14, Cleveland Browns. And, okay, number 14, we have the Cleveland Browns. And again, they're going to be right in the playoff mix, but it's a hell of a playoff mix because the Texans are in there, the Colts are in there, the Titans are in there, the Chiefs are in there, and the Chargers are in there. Okay, they're all battling. No one cares about the AFC East. We're not talking about the AFC East outside the New England Patriots. So it's going to be very difficult, but you can win the AFC North, right? So that's the easiest path to me. The Browns winning the AFC North, and I have you guys on top of every team in the AFC North. You are more talented than every team in the AFC North, but you are a lot less experienced as well. And experience will factor in here. I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt right now in terms of power rankings, But if you had to ask me, I would pick the Steelers to win the division today, but it's May, right? So don't ask me today. Ask me in August. Ask me in July. But I do give you guys a benefit of the doubt in terms of power rankings in May. You guys deserve to be on top of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you are. And speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they come in at number 15, and I like the Steelers draft, actually. They're going to be in the playoff mix and the wild card mix and in the mix for the AFC North, right there with the Cleveland Browns to me, and the Baltimore Ravens might sneak in as well. And if the Bengals get really lucky, perhaps they'll ascend as well. I'm not saying that right now. No one is, except for Bengals fans. So we'll see. I still like the Steelers. Don't get me wrong. But you just gotta feel that you guys are gonna take not maybe even a step back, but you guys are gonna stay neutral at best. I don't quite see the ascension unless Big Ben is just so pissed off this season he shows out, which is a distinct possibility. But I have to stay neutral right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 16, Carolina Panthers. And trust me, I have my eye on you, Carolina Panthers, because I know every other year you like to look at your watch and you like to say, okay, it's time to make the playoffs again. It's that time of year, right? I don't know why you guys do this, but that's your move. But I don't know what happened last season. You guys started off so well, you fell flat. I can't just now put you above 16. I can't do that. You guys deserve to be right in the middle of the league because you guys can go either way. And it's probably going to be the playoff year this year, right? That's the trend we've been following over the past decade. But in terms of power rankings, this is where you deserve to be. This is where I have you. Number 17, Seattle Seahawks. And they must trend downward to me. The releasing of Doug Baldwin hurts. And I know you guys drafted DK Metcalf. He needs to improve as a route runner. Oh my God. Doug Baldwin, in terms of route running, puts DK Metcalf to absolute shame. There's going to be a huge drop off in terms of wide receiver production this upcoming season. Outside of that, defensively making some odd moves, trading Frank Clark, some other odd moves as well. You gotta feel that even with Russell Wilson, who's been great and continues to win with us, and he will. I mean, the Seahawks should at least still be an 8-win team this year. I just can't put you guys in the top half of the league right now. It just seems like it has to be a missed playoff year this upcoming year for the Seattle Seahawks. I'd be very shocked otherwise. Baltimore Ravens, number 18. And look, I just don't have faith in Lamar Jackson. I just don't. I won't. I'm sorry. Until he actually shows me he can hit wide receivers consistently and accurately, I'm just not going to believe in him. I know last season he was able to do some things, but look at the playoff performance against the Chargers. It was bloody awful, and I'm expecting more of the same this upcoming campaign. Now he's going to continue to give teams fits in terms of his legs, and they're going to win games because of that. They should be at least an 8-win team because of that. But will he stay healthy? That's a different question. We'll see. And I just can't put you guys above 18. Speaking of that, number 19, Atlanta Falcons. And this could be the year, right? Just like the Carolina Panthers, every now and then the Falcons like to look at their watch and say, okay, it's time for us to do something. Let's go make the playoffs. Let's go win 11 games, because why not? It's just time for us. But it's so frustrating right now for me watching the Falcons, these young, promising defensive players, Vic Beasley, Takaris McKinley, not developing the way I thought that they would. And offensively, they've kind of reached a kind of cap right now. And Calvin really, hopefully he improves. Hopefully he takes the next step, and then that can reinvigorate us offensively in Atlanta. But right now, it seems like it's just going to be more of the same. I don't know why I should really buy into them making a leap right now in May. We'll see. It's still possible. I'm not, disregarding the possibility there, but 19 is a perfect spot for me, for you guys right now. 20, Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, I know your defense is hella stat, and you guys added to that in the draft. I understand that. My goodness, I was pissed when you guys took Josh Allen out of Kentucky. What a player he'll be for you. But your offense stinks, okay? Leonard Fournette has not been a very productive NFL running back. He can't eclipse 4 yards a carry, okay? He can't do it right now. You can blame that on the offensive line. Okay, the offensive line still stinks. You added Jawan Taylor out of Florida in the second round. Love that. Outside of that, it still stinks. Now, hopefully Cameron Robinson in a new position is able to do better there. but that's presumption. We need to see that. I haven't seen that. I'm not going to give you credit for that in these power rankings. The wide receivers are unproven. D.D. Westbrook is the best one. DJ Chark is even going to be a real NFL weapon, a real NFL player that will play for a number of years and be a consistent threat and weapon. I don't know yet. I didn't see that last season consistently for that to have been proven at this point. Number 20 is perfect for you. Ain't the worst tight end position in the league right now. So absolutely Jacksonville Jaguars number 20. 21 Detroit Lions. Okay, your draft class was disappointing. I didn't like it. I thought you guys could have done much more. TJ Hockenson is a talented player, but really, this tight end, is that going to be the factor that pushes the Detroit Lions back into the playoffs? You guys had just signed Jesse James, and I'm sure TJ Hockenson will be better than Jesse James. But was the added value there? Was it 1 win of added value, 2 wins of added value, or 0? I think it's much closer to 0. Maybe 1 win of added value from TJ Hockenson to Jesse James, or vice versa. So I don't understand the type of added value there. I thought there were needs defensively that could have been filled at that position. And Oliver, I'm talking about you, right? But they decided not to go down that route, or even a bunch of other defensive players that they could have took at that position. But regardless, they took Hockenson. I think the offense will be improved. I'm excited for Kerryon Johnson in this upcoming second year. I think he's going to do big things, and I think that's going to help the Lions offense take a step forward in terms of that. But defensively, I still see a lot of weaknesses, a lot of problems, and in a division against the Vikings and Packers right now, I wanted to see more added defensively this offseason. Just did not see it. 22 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm giving you guys a lot of benefit of the doubt. I'm going to get a lot of hell from 49er fans about this, Raider fans about this, Bills fans about this. Why are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ahead of us? Because I believe in Bruce Arians. I think this guy is going to come in and do some things for you. Now, you're at number 22, so I don't know what that means, because usually, let's say you're the 22nd best team in the league, you're probably a 7-9, 6-10, okay? So you probably wouldn't be very excited by that, but you guys could be a playoff team. I wouldn't be surprised, because Bruce Arians, in a switch, in a snap, in a flip, can flip a team, turn them to a playoff team. He's done this time and time and time again. I'm afraid of him. And yes, you guys released Jerry McCoy about a couple days ago. You're signing Ndamukong Suh today as of the recording of this video, so we don't have to worry about that. It's going to be interesting in Tampa Bay, but Jameis Winston is a question there. Can he put together a good 16-game season? His contract depends on it. I think he'll step up to the plate, but we will see. 23 is San Francisco 49ers, and honestly, I didn't even want to put you guys this high. But you guys are, really starting to figure out the talent. Now, I would have preferred to see some more talent added at the wide receiver position. You guys added some talent in the draft later on, I understand, but I don't trust those guys to do anything year one. And you guys really need help right now at the wide receiver room. I mean, right now in the wide receiver room. Marcus Goodwin, he's come in there. He's been good for you. Okay, no pun intended. But you guys really need help there. And look, we love the tight end right now. Can't remember his name, out of Iowa, that had the great year last year, so he's a great tight end for us. But I would have wanted to see a couple wide receivers added. And defensively, they had to figure it out. Okay, Reuben Foster, complete bust, complete dud. He's gone now, so who's going to fill his void? Some questions to still be answered, but at least Nick Bosa will help to begin to answer a lot of those questions defensively for the 49ers. 24 Denver Broncos. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not liking it. I mean, there's definitely talent here. Flacco will win some games for you. We loved what Philip Lindsay did last year. We still have Royce Freeman as well. We were encouraged by Sutton last year, Cortland Sutton as well, and what he did in Emmanuel Sanders's, respite, his time off, and in the trading of Demaryius Thomas. But defensively, Chubb and Miller, that's a nice combo, but there's some drama with Von Miller right now. The cornerback position, Chris Harris, he's starting to get a little longer in the tooth. I'm just not buying it. I'm not really excited about it. And who knows, maybe they're going to end up sneaking up on us, but I'm just not really buying the Broncos right now. I don't really see what the hype is about. There's not even much hype anyway, so I don't know. I'm just not buying it. 25 New York Jets, and there's a lot to like about the Jets. I liked their draft class. I liked their offseason. I liked their free agency. And then they fired their GM a couple of days ago, and I'm like, well, here we go again with the New York Jets, right? How about that for a dark cloud looming over your franchise as training camp is about to begin in about 2 months? Okay, as OTAs are beginning now, and they're, looking at Peyton Manning, they're looking at my mom, they're looking at my dad as being positions for the general manager. They don't know what they're doing. So I don't know. I have problems with the Jets right now in terms of the front office, and with a weak front office, how are you going to compete in the NFL? So many strong front offices in the NFL. How are you going to go up and how are you going to compete with these strong front offices? I don't know. I know the talent's there, but when the dark cloud is looming over the head of your franchise, trust me, it's going to hurt the team. They have to figure out the front office before I begin to really push the Jets up these power rankings. And they weren't good last year. So, I mean, there's that as well, why they're at 25. And the 26 Oakland Raiders, and look, you guys added talent, okay? 3 first-round draft picks, and I think you guys did a decent job. Could have done better. But I think you guys did a decent job. I won't give you guys the complete, F grade like some people are doing, or a D grade. I thought it was a C+, B- first round draft, and overall draft, really honestly. But, Gruden, I don't know, man. Last season was such a damn disaster, and talent was there. It wasn't great, but it was there. There was no reason for them to win 3 games last year. So we'll see. I just can't put you guys much higher than this. And speaking of Cincinnati Bengals, and honestly, I like the Bengals right now in terms of their infrastructure more than the Oakland Raiders. But it just seems like they're in transition. It seems like this is kind of a meek year. Let's see what happens year. And we're kind of ready to clean house if necessary. Like, we're just gonna put this roster out there, and if Andy Dalton stinks, we're gonna move on and we're gonna start the cupboard all over again. The cupboard will be bare, and that'll be it. So I just can't really buy into it. But the infrastructure in Cincinnati is good enough to where I think they should at least be 27. And then 28 Buffalo Bills. Bills fans will be pissed at this, and that's fine. I don't have faith in Josh Allen. I don't. I know he can run well. He can hurdle people. He's 6'5". He has a big arm. It's great. He's not an accurate quarterback. I have not seen that from him. I haven't seen that at all. I need to see it this upcoming season. Didn't see it at Wyoming. Didn't see it in his rookie season. And the wide receivers were god-awful. They were god-awful. The wide receivers are still god-awful. So I'm not expecting much better production. Now they added some pieces, okay? They added some free agent pieces. Cole Beasley, John Brown. But in terms of the rest of the NFL, those are weak NFL weapons. I mean, there's not a true number 1 wide receiver in your room right now. So, we'll see. Again, I keep saying this about the worst teams in the league in my power rankings. We'll see. But you guys have to be ranked near the bottom of the league. I'm sorry, that's just the damn truth of it. 29 Arizona Cardinals. And I give you guys some credit here because I love the Kyler Murray pick. I think he's going to come in and win games for the Arizona Cardinals at least 6-10 this year. But I just can't put you guys above the other teams right now. I just can't. The Bills won more games than you last year. Bengals, Raiders did not. But they added more than you guys did this past year. And now we have Patrick Peterson suspended for 6 games. And we know how important he is to the cornerback room in Arizona. So only 29 for the Arizona Cardinals. 30 Washington Redskins. Redskins fans will not like this, but again, the dark cloud is looming over your franchise as Reuben Foster is out with an ACL. Dwayne Haskins, I was okay with that pick. I didn't love it, okay? But I think he's going to do some things for you guys, and we'll see what that ultimately ends up being. But I would not take him in the first round. And he's probably going to play this year. And it just seems like more of a transition type year. The weaponry is still not quite there for me, especially for Haskins. He needs a conglomerate of weapons to really help him in his rookie year. So I see some struggles ahead for him. I see some successes as well ahead for him. But, with him coming in, Darius, guys, rookies there, at least guys is coming, this is going to be his second year, but his first year playing. It seems like a transitional year. And the defense is actually quite good, but the offense is going to have to take some time to catch up. And then 31 New York Giants. And look, you guys just still stink. And eventually Daniel Jones is gonna start, and I think he's gonna do okay. And the team isn't bad. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. You guys just drew the short end of the stick here. I don't know what to tell you. It's just 2 straight awful years. This is what it gets you. It gets you still ranked 31 in the power rankings. A lot of guys have been shipped out. A lot of guys have been brought in. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. We're going to have to wait and see. So 31 for the New York Giants and 32 Miami Dolphins. Yes, you guys traded for Josh Rosen. I understand. Josh Rose is not very good. Okay, there's a reason why the Cardinals only won 3 games last year. So tell me in my face, are you guys absolutely without a doubt more talented than the Arizona Cardinals were last year? Absolutely without a doubt, no. Are you guys more talented? I would honestly say no. Some of you will say yes. If you say yes, it's not by far. Okay, you guys are not going to be much better, if at all, than the Arizona Cardinals were last year. Okay, you're just not going to be. So go ahead and accept that now. Get your Tua Tagovailoa jerseys out, because you guys will be picking near the top of the 2020 NFL Draft. So there you go. Those are my 2019 NFL Power Rankings. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.